Hi, you guys. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. So we are in the Let's Be Creative playlist. Thanks to Missy from Crafty Cove DIY, Amanda from Six Kids and a Glue Gun, and Emily from Farm Charm Chic. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. I'm so excited to be in this collaboration. You know, when these girls get a collaboration together, it's an honor to be part of it. So thank you so much, ladies. And we'll talk about again here in just a little bit. So I was able to get 3 DIYs out, which I'm so proud of myself because lately I've not been able to get 2 out a week. So I hope that you guys like what I put together here, but here's my first one. I think it's probably my favorite. That's why I put it first. So I had one of those long boards from Dollar Tree. You know, the ones that like say, follow your dreams and, whatever it might be on it. I had cut it into these 3 pieces a long time ago. And I've been saving it for, just something. I didn't use it, obviously, for the DIY I had planned. So I've been saving it for something else. So here's the something else. Okay. I have this beautiful paper from Decorate Your Life. She has the digital download. This is not sponsored by any means. I just love the paper so much. That's why I want to tell you guys where it's from so that if you like it, you can go get it. It's so inexpensive and it's a digital download. Okay, so it's bee themed, right? It's got the cutest little birdhouses and sunflowers and beads. Oh, I just love it. So right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it down to each size of all 3 of my blocks, which turned out to be more difficult than I thought. I had no idea. I did this DIY this evening, and I can't believe how long it took me to get them sized down. I was also trying to size them down enough to where you could see the perimeter of my blocks. So, I don't know why this seemed hard. I think because I was afraid to take too much off. Because you know what I mean? You can always take more, but you can never take less. So I was afraid to take too much off. And I think that's what really made me not want to continue doing it. Okay, so I got them all sized here. Now I am painting around the blocks black. I just want to be able to see the black around the perimeter of my scrapbook paper. So that's all I'm doing is just, painting it to where you're going to be able to see it. I love this thing so much. I'm going to keep it up all summer long. I don't think I've ever done a bee themed video on my channel before because last January through April, I had the exact same issues I'm having now with back problems. It was much worse back then, much worse. And so I'm grateful every day to God for it not to be as bad. Even though it's painful, it's not as bad as it was last year. So I am distressing it with some sanding paper because, I want to be able to, farmhouse. I want it to look distressed. And okay, so I'm sure all of you know Faith Chick 777, which is Linda. She does the most amazing DIYs where she uses, I want to say like scrapbooking, paper crafting with her creations of DIYs. I think it is the most beautiful thing. I watch her all the time and I'm trying to learn from her because I love her style of creating. So that's why I was distressing the paper there with my scissors because I wanted to see if it made a difference. Because on hers, it really does. I do like it. I do think that it gives that distressed look. And so, yeah, it definitely changed the look of the paper. Now, you're going to see here in just a minute that I put the glue on and I forget to distress the paper first. Oh, my goodness. So I'm obviously trying to distress the paper with the glue on it. Oh, it was awful. Luckily, it was just one of the little small pieces on the side. So It wasn't too bad, but oh my goodness. Would it be a Maxine Loves Crafts video if I don't do something completely just silly? I don't I don't think it would. Oh, yes. I just, I don't even know why I tried to distress it at that point because clearly it was not going to work. So I'm just using that tacky glue from Dollar Tree here. I didn't want to use Mod Podge, but I'll tell you what, that glue is so hard to get out. So hard to get out. Like you have to hit it on the table. You got to squeeze till your fingers hurt. It's awful. Oh, here's where it look. Oh, you guys, oh my goodness. Y'all, I need help sometimes. There I am, though, steady trying to do it. Oh my goodness. Oh, sometimes I just don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so, but you know what? It keeps it interesting, and I am someone who can definitely laugh at themselves because life is too serious. And I don't want crafting to be anything for me but fun. So that's why I just laugh at myself and move on because everything else in my life is really serious. So this is not going to be. This is going to be fun and learning and, all of that. Okay. Off camera, I went ahead and got the rest of them glued on. You guys did not need to see that train wreck. But aren't those blocks beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love them so, so much. So some of you know I've been getting into die cutting and paper crafting a little bit. So I have some of these die cuts. I have bees and honey pots and all that. So I had already pre-cut some of this stuff so that I would have them ready when I needed it. So all I did was, and plus the little bzz word, B-Z-Z-Z. So at the top left there, you see the bzz. And then I added a bee. I'm trying to decide if I want to add my honey pot shaker, and I decide not to. But I do put that little, what's that honey wand there? I add that on just as like a decorative touch. I didn't glue it though, because I want this to be able to stack, any way that I want to stack it. You guys, what do you think? Isn't it so stinking cute? Oh, I love it so much. I just love it. If you guys want to see me, do some of the die cutting, please let me know in the comments. I just don't want to lose subscribers because this is a DIY channel. So I don't want you guys to think that all of a sudden I'm going to be all paper. Okay, I turned this around. See, I turned the middle block around now, so it's the little bee. I wanted you guys to see both sides of that. Oh, I love it so much. Again, a big thanks to the ladies. Their channels, along with the playlist, will be down in my description box. And I feel so blessed to be able to be in these because they do a lot of work to get these together. And they don't have to do that, especially with as many subscribers they have. So I'm truly blessed, and I'm so, so thankful and grateful to those ladies for putting this together. Okay, so here's my next favorite. So that was my first. Okay, these are just some pictures that I had printed on some just regular thin printer paper. I didn't want to put it on cardstock because I wanted to be able to Mod Podge it on my board here. This says Queen, and then at the top it's got the bee. Oh, this thing is so pretty. I sat and fussy cut it. It took me a little while, but it was so worth it. And, of course, there's some edges that clearly I couldn't, get off. But I really think that in the end, it looks great. I'm so happy with the way that it got cut out. And all I did, too, was I had used this round for something else. Because, you guys, being honest, crafting is expensive. So if I can reuse something else, I'm going to do it. Because it's just very costly to craft. And as all of you know, because I believe most everybody who watches crafting video crafts. So I'm not telling you guys something you don't already know. So that's why that board had those little marks on it that I had to paint over. So I'm trying to take my little brayer, I think that's called. I call it a Mod Podge roller, but I think it's called a brayer. Somebody tell me if I'm right, will you? And I want to roll it on there. I'm just getting some of the pieces that were not laying down and sticking all the way. And then I do end up taking and Mod Podging the whole board, because if not, you know how Mod Podge is. If you only Mod Podge parts of it, then you can see the Mod Podge. And I did not want this to look like this, because I think this sign is so cute, and I plan on putting it up every summer. Or every spring into summer. Okay, so here's some ribbon I have. The one there with the bees, that came from Hobby Lobby. It was spring decor, so it was 40% off. The almost like, I don't know what that's called. That, well, I don't even know what to call that, you guys. The ribbon that's on there that I'm putting the bee ribbon on, I guess like woven type, woven. You guys know what it is. That I got from Dollar Tree, the little honeycombs. And then I've just got black buffalo check. So I wanted to make this a messy bow. I didn't have enough thin ribbon, so I had to go with some big ones here. And for a while I struggled to make it work because the ribbon was so big and it didn't really want to work with me. But I do end up getting it figured out, and it looks amazing on this. And you guys know, I'm trying to get myself out of my comfort zone because I'm not very good at ribbons, but I can't just keep not doing it because I'm not very good at it. So I'm going to have to make some mistakes. I'm going to have some that just look horrible, which you've seen in my last video. That green bow was, oh my goodness, it was so bad. But you know, you live, you learn. But this one I think turns out much, much better after you see me really fight with it for a little while. See how it curled up there? I think I should have made all of those thinner. That's all I had to do. Why didn't I? I'm just now thinking of that. Why didn't I just cut them all into smaller strips? I can't believe I didn't think of that. It's funny how when you do a voiceover, you'll think of things like, oh man, because you're watching it back and you're like, why didn't I think to do that? I do end up cutting the woven type one on top so that it kind of helps it lay down here, but I should have done all of them. That's what I should have done. Looking, now I'll know what to do next time, right? Live and learn, y'all, live and learn. See, I am just fighting, just fighting with it so bad to try to get it to work. But I think it looks good. I hope you guys like it too. You'll have to tell me in the comments what you think about me fighting with that bow. Now, once I get the bow on, I'm going to take another one of those little honey stir, thing, and I'm going to put it inside the bow as like an embellishment. I kept trying to decide, should I add stickers to this? Should I add more die cutting bees? And I kind of just liked it with the queen bee and the bow, and then adding the embellishment to the bow. And this is most definitely my second favorite of the video. Look at me. Okay, there I go. Look, I cut it now, and I'm just like, after I cut it, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is much better now. It lays better, and at that point, I should have cut them all. I don't know why, I didn't think of that. Okay, gluing it on. Okay, you guys, here it is hung up, y'all. What do you think? I really like it. I so hope you like it. And I think that embellishment is like perfect. I love all the ribbon. I'm so glad I put a ribbon on it because I didn't want to just leave it plain. Like my son made the comment tonight, that's your flow there, isn't it? White backgrounds and a picture. And I was like, if he's saying that, maybe I need to venture out a little bit. And he didn't mean any harm. He's trying to make me be a better crafter. So I appreciated it. Okay, so this is last night. After work, I started to craft and we lost power. So I got a little light and that's all I did. I couldn't do any more because I couldn't dry anything. You guys, when you don't have electric, do you know how slow crafting is? I could not dry anything. So there you go. I was done. All I did was paint it white. Voila. I was like, okay, that's it for the night. And this is me today. And I'm putting Mod Podge down. And I also fussy cut this. I did fussy cut this, I think, last night. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, and I'm just, Mod Podging it on there. I do love this picture. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And, and that's a burner cover from Dollar Tree that I'm putting it on. Again, I Mod Podged the whole pan because I didn't want, to be able to see the Mod Podge. And here, I'm just taking some of that rope from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to wrap it around the whole pan. I thought about putting half beads on here, but I went ahead and went with rope because I've not really used rope a lot. I don't know if I've ever used rope. I've got this closet full of supplies that I don't know. I need to push myself and use things that I've never used, and this is what you're seeing here. Look at me, I'm adventuring out to rope. Like, what is that, Maxine? What is that? You guys, I think y'all know what I mean, right? Like, oh my goodness. I am so glad that you guys stopped by to spend part of your day with me because sometimes I wonder, I'm so grateful. These people that support me are so kind, so supportive. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate each and every one of you. You're so, so good to me. And that's what keeps me going and keeps me wanting to learn and just, yeah. So thank you. Okay, and then I just put some twine around the top because I wanted to be able to fill in that little lip there. And there she is, hung up. I thought about adding stuff to this too, and I thought I didn't want to overdo it. So there you go. You guys, thank you so much to each and every one of you for stopping by. Please go check out the playlist. A big thanks again to Missy from Crafty Cove DIY, Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, and Emily from Farm Charm Chic, who put this together. Again, all the information will be in the description box, you guys. Have a blessed week, and I can't wait to hear your comments to hear what's your favorite, and I'd appreciate it a big thumbs up.